Hey, good morning. Morning to all of you, especially to you, Zaranyzerak, Sean. This is another, I guess you could say, Q&A video for you to do when you get the time on your Zaranyzerak response channel, and I'm kind of happy that's getting a lot of viewership and a lot of numbers. But I do have a lot of questions, and of course, as you can probably see in the background here, I'm working on a new video. I don't know if you've actually seen these, Sean. These are actually the what I call my shoot commentaries. I've done a few of them already. I think I've done one on Doomsday Project from Saturday, I believe. I think I've done one on a 7-minute short from Popeye. And I've done one on Chip 'n Dale Rescue Ranger episode 00 Chipmunk. So, and this is the newest one that I'm working on right now. This is just going to be like those other ones. It's going to be in 2 parts. This is my shoot commentary on Sonic Christmas Blast, and that's going to be up to probably by today, hopefully. And speaking of Sonic Christmas Blast, I wonder if maybe I'm pretty sure you have seen it, but when did you see it? When did you first see it, if you can remember? And do you own the DVD? Now, I'm not saying I'll send you the DVD or anything, because I don't think that's actually necessary. But I'm just wondering, do you have the DVD or in some fashion or form? That's one question I'd like to ask you. When did you first see Christmas Blast, if you have seen it, and if you do have the DVD? Because a question that goes along with it, so I guess you could say it's sort of like a question in a question, is does it seem to be almost like a mixture, mostly all adventures, but sort of a mixture, a little bit of the Saturday AM show in there as well, because you do have Sally make an appearance in the special as well. So yeah, you know, those kind of questions go together. So I guess you could say it's a question within a question. Another thing is, I know you have comic books. I know you've watched a lot of anime at times. Recently, and I'm still staying true to my word. Recently, I received issue 232 of the Sonic comic book. Now, according to a summary, according to some fans, according to a summary, apparently Robotnik Eggman is kind of making some adjustments to Sally's mechanized form, and according to what they said, the last thing they see is things you kind of see is like a claw over a head and kind of like a blowtorch in Robotnik's hand. And you know, I kind of explained in a video that I'm also going to up today as well, today being the last Friday of 2011, and probably by the time you watch and respond to this, it'll be 2012. Basically, I kind of did a video and I kind of explained that we've had these kind of situations before, where the character in the state that they're stuck in has gone through some different changes and had some upgrades to them and stuff like that. Well, I said it the best I can. Do you recall anything like that in comics or animes or whatever, with characters to where they've been turned into something that, either turned evil or turned into something they're not, and they've had upgrades made to them to where it looks like it may not be possible for them to return to normal or something like that? So have you ever experienced that? Have you ever read something like that or watched something like that? I'm just curious. I just want your thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts if you can when you get the time on this. Because I know, like I said, you have, from what I've seen on your videos, you have a lot of comics, you've read a lot of anime, you watched a lot of animes and stuff, so maybe you have an idea of exactly what's going on. And maybe you can give your own 2 cents on it. Third of all, which is Sonic related, I guess you could say, I don't know if you've picked this one up yet or not, but this came out at the beginning of the year, and it was released by N-Circle Entertainment, which is, I think, out of Canada. I believe it's out of Canada. N-Circle Entertainment and Cookie Jar Entertainment, basically. I showed this off in one of my DVD update videos, but this is Sonic Mega Mix, and on here, I don't know if you can read that, it contains 3 episodes of Adventures, 2 of Underground, and 2 of Sat AM. And as I mentioned in my DVD update, the episodes on here are from Adventures. The episodes are Spaceman, Sonic, Little Merhog, and Fast and Easy. Then from Underground, you got Underground Masquerade and Sonic Tonic, and then from Sat AM, you got Ultrasonic and Supersonic. So, kind of shows you basically what version of Sonic N-Circle and I think Cookie Jar kind of favored a little bit. But I was just curious if you have that or not, and if you've picked it up or not. Because to me, I know some people may say it's not worth picking up, but for like $5 to $6, you can't go wrong with that. I think that's pretty cool. And you know what's ironic about that though, Sean? I got that through Amazon.com, and I didn't get it until about 7:20 something a few nights after I ordered it. So yeah, basically a few nights after I ordered it, a few days and into night is when I ended up getting the DVD delivered. I think it was about 7:20 something at night that I ended up getting it. But I like it. It's pretty cool. You know what's even more funny, Sean, and I'm sure anybody else watching this Q&A that I'm sending to you will agree on, is if you have a surround system like I do. I have a surround system. You probably see the speakers. If not, let me check my video, see if you can see the speakers. Yeah, you see that speaker that's above the Scooby-Doo poster, and then maybe if you see the speaker up there, and then this down here, and then these speakers right here, and over here. I think you would agree that when... Oh, sorry about that. I had to adjust the camera again. That's my fault. I moved it. There we go. I think you would agree that when you have it selected on 5.1, because my if I can find the remote here somewhere. Well, I have the remote. Basically what I'm saying is that my DVD, my surround system allows you to switch from 2-channel to 5.1, so when you have it on 5.1, you can hear the background music and even the sound effects a little bit, so that's pretty cool. But again, I was just curious, sorry to get off track there, but I'm just curious if you have that Sonic Mega Mix DVD, and if not, will you ever try to check it out or something? Also, I'm just curious. I mean, I know you've been busy. I know you're planning to I know you got plans to move out at the end of next month or February or whenever you can. Lord willing and God providing the right time for you to step on out into the new chapter of your life. I'm just curious though, with all that going on, have you ever had a chance to check out any of the DVDs I sent you? Like the Doomsday Project deal, Utena, Lionhearts, whatever. Have you ever had a chance? And if not, that's okay. I'm just curious if you've had a chance to. Oh, and by the way, I do want to say that I've been in contact with one person that's been commenting on my videos. I think it's 10 Franks or something like that. He's been commenting on some of my videos, so as well, so that's pretty cool. Another question, I'm not trying to make this too long or anything. Do you think, I mean obviously this makes sense to me because you mentioned it when in the first package opening video that I sent you, where you were talking, after you showed everybody the Doomsday Project deal, Doomsday Project movie I should say. You mentioned that back in the day with VHSs and even now with DVD, you had the option, like with VHS you had the special releases of all the miniseries as movies, and you also had, like nowadays with DVD, you have the option. Matter of fact, I think you get the option, believe it or not, I think Rhino gives you the option in the last volume of Transformers to see Rebirth uncut, without any returnings and all that, just straight through. So my question is to you that with all this stuff out there, I mean, not just Sonic and all that, but with everything else, do you think maybe it would make sense for some video companies, DVD distributors and whatever, to release them as like special one-time DVDs, and maybe, I should say even if it's possible, as one-time Blu-ray releases, as movies? I mean, when you think about it, Sean, and I'm sure anybody, like I said, that's watching this as well, when you think about it, when you have the final 4 episodes connecting together as like this does into one, it makes you wonder why Shout Factory, if not Shout Factory, maybe N-Circle or whoever else gets a hold of it, why nobody's ever considered, you know what, those 4 make a movie. Those 4 together make a movie. Why not go for that? And, to me, I think, I think obviously it should be done. It should be, I think honestly, if you want my honest opinion, my answer is I think they should do something like that, because believe it or not, I think any longtime Sonic fans out there would sell that sucker out. I mean, I remember working at Walmart years ago when the box set came out, and the box set was going like that. I'm not lying. I was fortunate enough to be one of the first, if not the first, or one of the first out in Lawrence, Kansas, to own that box set. But as time went on, it just kept selling out. So it makes me wonder, makes me think that, perhaps if a video company or DVD company or Blu-ray company, whatever, would think for a moment, you know what? Something like Doomsday Project, the final 4 episodes of Sat AM put together as a movie, that would be perfect. That would sell out. I mean, take a look at Sonic X, and that's another question. Have you ever seen Sonic X? I think I have. I have the entire 3 seasons. But, here's my thing. Do you think maybe with some of the miniseries or movie-like things they do there, that those should be released as movies? I mean, I remember looking on demand one time, and they had, I think it was the Sonic Adventure adaptation in season 2, or the Sonic Adventure 2 one adaptation. They had that put together as a movie for selection on demand. So I'm just curious, Sean, basically what I'm trying to say is, do you think they should do that with not just Sonic, but like maybe, let's say, past shows like Inhumanoids, maybe, why not, do it with them, or perhaps even do it with shows like He-Man and She-Ra. I mean, She-Ra, for goodness sakes, He-Man and She-Ra, The Secret of the Sword. There's a movie that could definitely benefit from a DVD and maybe even a Blu-ray release. So you think maybe they should do that? I mean, take a look at Gem. Take a look at the first few episodes of Gem. I mean, I don't know if they get the special feature on the box set that I have, but do you think maybe they should take the first few episodes of Gem, the origins, the 5 parts, I think, put them together as a movie? I mean, I know in Europe they did it. I think in England and Europe they did it. They put it together as a movie. They called it Gem the Movie. But do you think they should do it like that too? Do you think they should do that too? Oh, and by the way, another question is, did you know that Universal's, along with Hasbro, is planning to probably do a Gem live-action movie? Just thought I'd let you throw that out there. But anyway, I mean, I just thought I'd ask you that. I mean, I know I'm probably running a little long here. Oh yeah, definitely. But just one more question. I know you're looking at some of the DC movies to get in the future. I'll just let you know that if you ever get a DVD recorder in the near future, and I think they're being very affordable right now for those, get DVD plus Rs, and if you can find a lot of these through torrents, if the torrents are still around by next year, put them all together like this. I mean, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about from your days with VHS. So, just thought I'd let you know about that. If you just wondering if you ever plan to get a recorder or something like that. And by the way, I did see your MMC retro video on Laserdisc. I have to say, you had a nice set of hair. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But hopefully you'll have time to respond to this video, and if not, have a happy New Year. And that's all I'm going to say. And take care.